Hello, welcome to Sports Madness TV, GHB. Tonight we have a very interesting episode. We are going to give off our college bracket picks, rebuttal about our NFL picks, maybe a little bit. Let's see how they did in the preseason. Let's see how they do in the far run. That's all going to be explained on tonight's episode of Sports Madness. Hello, I'm your host, and I welcome you to tonight's episode. With us joined, as always, gotta have my Gator, my right-hand guy. How you doing, Gator?
I'm doing good. Hawk, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. And as always, here lately, we give our top analysis guy. How are you doing today, the Bull?
Well, I am always wonderful, and I'm ready to get started. We got a loaded game, and we got loaded full quarters of madness coming at you.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of madness today, everybody. A lot of it. We are hope you are ready. And now, I'm curious. Bull, give us our weekly news, my friend.
All right, what do we got from week one coming at you from college? Week one, we had the big game, Kansas State versus Iowa State in Dublin. It was a big one, turnover-heavy game. Kind of a ground and pound defensive battle. Iowa State came away with the win, 24-21. Kansas State also made some big news. Their quarterback,
which was surprising in my opinion, but go ahead.
Well, making big news also, their quarterback, Avery Johnson, his dad and his brother get into a fight in the streets of Dublin after the ball game. That's going to be an awkward setting at the dinner table for that family. We got in a fight about Big Bro's stats coming into the street. He must have had too many of the brewskis in Dublin.
Well,
first of all, it's not the brewskis that you drink over there in the Irish shores of
You
Ireland.
drink too much tea?
No, it's not tea. You're thinking about the Brits, them fucking Yanks over there. What you thinking about, my friend, is you're drinking a pint of Guinness, and they got a bunch of Guinness over there. And they drinking the Irish whiskey, the Jameson.
They was enjoying something. Fighting in the street was a little too lit.
Hey, hold on. I am Irish, sir, and I am offended.
Oh, kiss the Blarney Stone, you bloody Yank. We don't care.
Kiss my Scottish ass. Go ahead, Bull.
Fuck the Scots. Go Ireland.
Was a little too lit, they might say. Kansas State, Iowa State game in Dublin was a good one. Good week one game. Good to have college football back. Good kickoff on ESPN to the season. Also, preseason rounded out its final week. Denver wraps up the season 28-19 over the Saints. Perfect in preseason. A couple other teams snuck their way through with a perfect preseason as well. Had the Packers ended preseason with the win over Seattle, 20-7. They again perfect in preseason. The Bills getting the preseason over the Bucs, 23-19. Browns beat the Rams 19-17. They're also undefeated coming out of preseason. Dolphins 14-6 over Jacksonville. And you got the Ravens 30-3 over Washington. The Colts 41-14 over the Bengals, and the Texans 26-7 over the Lions, which I'm sure you two weren't as happy about, but it's preseason. They're getting ramped up for the regular season here now. We got one more week to get ready for that, but let's focus on what we're really here for, guys. What are we here for? This is the college spectacular here. We have got the college special here on Sports Madness.
This is college madness.
I have one news story.
Show.
I have one news story. And this is breaking news. Taylor Swift's engagement might make you gay.
Yeah, well, we do have a new engagement, don't we? We got the Swifties and the Kelseys now all together in harmony.
You know what? This is Kelsey's one ring over Mahomes.
Well,
Mahomes already has a wedding ring and 2 kids to show for it.
well,
Oh.
there's been rumors that I've been hearing that he was going to propose during the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl last year, but they got beat, and so he did not. He actually he withdrew his idea, but that's a rumor that may not be true. You know,
No, that was real because they were betting
Oh, that
on
was
would
true.
he
That was
propose or not.
100% true.
it could be true. You know, we might
And
find
then
out
Taylor
early.
Swift took him back to the hotel room and beat him.
Where'd you go, Hawk? You don't glow in the dark.
I know, right?
He's crying about Taylor Swift. It's heartbreaking for him because earlier on the pre-video pod shoot we were talking about, he was over there in the
Hold on.
corner crying because he doesn't get Taylor Swift
Yeah, of
anymore.
course. I was sitting here beating off to it. Oh, hold on.
And his
Well,
favorite,
Can we get?
Hold on. I found my flashlight. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Oh. Can you guys see
Can we
me
get
better?
to the matter at hand?
Can you see me better?
Yes, we can see the Michael Jordan lamp.
No, this is the Trevor Kelsey conversation. It's all fucking me right now. I do not care. And you can take my moderator for the light there.
Well,
Good job.
we are at the meat of the matter. This is the college special here on Sports Madness, and we've got our top 10 teams and our college football playoff picks. Like Hawk said, we are going to get at you with our top 10 picks. I've got mine. I hope you guys have yours and you're ready to go.
well, before we start that, I got a couple of questions that I want to ask about before the college football season starts. And I know a lot of them are going to deal with a couple of teams that are in the top 25, except for one. First of all, how does the Michigan scandal affect Michigan this season? Is it going to be a distraction on the field? Is it going to be a distraction off the field leading to practice? I mean, we already seen that Ohio State can't get Michigan out of their heads because they banned Dave Portney from coming in with Fox for the
I want to know
pregame
what the
show.
hell is going on with that. I mean, like, dude, it's like banning Rich
Salty
Eisen or
moves.
Charles
Salty-
Woodson. It's like, really?
You know,
The
rivalry stuff.
second question to that is, should Harbaugh have been suspended going into the NFL, even though we've already discussed it that he's saying mum is the word on this, he's not saying anything. But should there have been some kind of repercussion for him going in now that this investigation, because that's shedding negative light on the Chargers?
Well,
No,
let me
it has
put
nothing
it
to do
this.
with it.
Let me put it to you this way: if you worked your ass off for FedEx, and you got accused of a scandal after, all right, hold on, let me re-say: if you worked your ass off for FedEx and then quit and got a job at UPS, would FedEx still be allowed to do anything with you since you kind of left? I mean, he's out of the NCAA right now. What are they going to do? Is the NFL actually going to argue with the NCAA, or are they going to agree? Because I mean, we know how big of a dick Roger Goodell can be. For Christ's sake, but that is a different question. Would he allow anything to happen on the college level to affect his NFL?
Well, I mean, it's just the negative publicity. But I mean, like I said, we've already discussed
We
that.
all know that the negative publicity is a lot like good publicity. It does not matter what publicity it is; it draws viewers in. So he's getting this negative publicity from the NCAA and Ohio State because I guarantee they're the ones that started to begin with. You sorry ass losers, I have to say. But they're the ones that started all these allegations to begin with because they started way back when we won what how many titles, like our second title in a row against them. So whatever. But they're the ones that started this whole side stealing allegations and stuff like that. But they're not looking into the fact of what Ohio State did to begin with, and that's not changed any of their plays in the last 20 years. Trust me, I watch this game every single goddamn year, and I see the same play every single year. But that's beyond the point. Why would they? Good publicity or bad publicity, it brings publicity to the Chargers just because of Jim Harbaugh. And now, like, I'm a Blake Crum fan, and Blake Crum, he's going to be second string running back this year. He is, Michigan, I have to say. But like, and even though like I said in the beginning of this episode, a couple episodes back, that my favorite to win in the West is going to be the Chargers. Now, I do not want that be for the wrong reason. But any publicity is good publicity. That's all I'm going to say about that. I do not think he should be suspended on the NFL level. I feel some sarcasm coming in here. But I do not feel that he should be suspended on this professional as level, because especially since the NCAA and the NFL have nothing really to do with each other other than the draft.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed Hawk actually doing some fucking homework for something.
For college. I do my homework for other stuff, but college. Be proud of me for this. Okay?
Bull, what you got?
Well said, man.
Thank you.
All right. Here's my next question that I want to pose to y'all. I know early episodes when we were on TikTok, we gave Jordan Hanson and Bill Belichick a freaking rip. That's how I ended up with Carolina jersey.
Good old Jersey.
But how many wins do you think old Bill Belichick gets in his first season at UNC? Now, I pulled the schedule up just real quick to run it down. You got TCU on Sunday night. You got Charlotte next Saturday. Excuse me, Monday night. You got Charlotte the following Saturday. You got Richmond after that. Then you play Central Florida. October the 4th, you play Clemson. The 17th on Friday night at 10:30, you got California because you're traveling out there. The following week, you got Virginia, Syracuse, Stanford. Then you got your 3-game stretch that's going to be pretty tough. You got Wake Forest, you got Duke, and you got State. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 12 games, and also 10 hours ago, it was confirmed that South Alabama transfer Gio Lopez will be the starting quarterback for the Tar Heels, and he didn't even take reps during spring ball.
That's very true. I heard about that today. I was like, oh my God.
So how does that factor in to their win-loss? Because we all know, I mean, Bull, have you ever heard of South Alabama?
May I say a word before Bull goes into it? Just because I don't know ACC or SEC as well as you guys do. But to me, it kind of sounds like an easy schedule, but a tough schedule at the same time. Because I think as soon as they get into kind of somewhat a rhythm, maybe under Belichick, they might do a little bit better. But I don't see them really going far this first year under Belichick. And that's all I'm going to say. Bull,
what's your record? Give us your record. 12 games.
I want to say 6-6. Maybe
right.
7-5. Maybe. But they're going to – Belichick, he's kind of a hard-ass kind of coach. He's going to grind at these young kids. A lot of these kids are going to cry in the locker room like I did when Coach Johns back in the day. He ripped me a new one. Because I was like, yeah, fuck you. I was pissed. And he sent me home for the day. But, he's going to do the same thing to him. I mean, he's going to try – he's going to try to mold another Tom Brady or Julian Edelman or Robert Gronkowski or Vince Wilfork or perfect Stephen Gilmore's game, or he's going to try to do his best to sit there with the young talent that he's got. But he's going to have to realize real fucking quick that these are kids he's playing with and not big boys anymore. And that's where I see the struggles are. Is that I think coaching, he's going to do a great job, but like as far as getting these kids where they need to be, but this is not their year to be where they need to be. You know what I mean?
Bull, what's your take being a NC State fan with your red and black Wolfpack shirt on? I know how you have a disdain for the Tar Heels.
I think 7-5, 8-4. I see Belichick losing the State this year.
8-4 if they're lucky, man.
I see him losing 8. I see him losing a couple games that he shouldn't on paper, but I do see the 7-5 mark. That was what I had in my head before he even ended. So 7-5. I see that realistically. I do have them. I do have them beating TCU this week by 3. I got them doing that because nobody's got tape on this quarterback, and also
true.
It's Belichick. He's going to find a way to shock people and out coach them.
If he's got to grease some pockets along the way, Belichick always gets it done.
He's got too much experience to not come in with the coaching advantage and a strategic advantage. He's just going to come in there and like I said, just be Belichick. I mean, you're not going to hear much from him in the press. You're not going to see much from him except for with his girlfriend. But
dude, I would love for any time that Belichick makes a mistake, he just be like, I plead the 6th. They're gonna be like, the 6th, and he shows up 6 Super Bowl rings. Like, I plead the 6th. Sorry, I did corny joke.
Every time Belichick, though, I know has already come out and said that he's got NC State circled. They haven't beaten State in 5 years, so he wants that one. And I feel like he's got to have some of these. He's already said you can't win any national championship if you're not the best team in your state. So you got to win the state first. So the state goes through us. So we got to get ready for ECU, but we're watching Carolina, and I'll be watching closely this year to see how they're doing. But
well, I got him going 6-6. I don't see him hitting 7-5. I mean, and this is not my disdain for Carolina. This is not anything against Carolina. I've talked to a lot of Carolina fans who really they were fed up with Mac Brown, but they don't see that Belichick's the answer. I have TCU shocking Carolina Monday night, since we're on it. You and I have talked about the Charlotte game, that they're primed in a position. If Charlotte plays Carolina like App State played them the past 2 games, then we're in for a barn burner there. You already know they're not going to beat Clemson. Stanford's a hit and miss. Syracuse has the chance to kind of shock teams. We've seen that over the years with Clemson when they played them.
Tough loss week 1 for Stanford against Hawaii, though. Hawaii's true freshman beat them in a barn burner.
Hold on. I got a quick update. A little bit of MLB. Detroit lost tonight, 7-0. Come on, Detroit. You gotta do better than that. Come on. All right, get it.
And then, like, their last 3 games are all in-state rivals. You got Wake Forest at Wake, you got Duke at home, and then you got State at Carter Finley. I mean, that's a 0-3 for them right there to me.
No.
Dave Dorn's had Carolina's number, and I don't care how much footage you watch of State. State's got a chance to come out and shock you. Mario Cristobal at Duke, I mean, he literally showed what he could do last year getting them to a bowl game, even though they got decimated by Ole Miss. But, I mean, it's the ACC. They've never played anybody like an Ole Miss or a Alabama or anything like that. So, you know, everybody went in with the hope that Duke would show up in the bowl game. And you can kind of say that the start to Duke's football turnaround was when David Cutcliffe took over. He built a winning program there.
Yeah, kind of.
And then it just exceeded into Mike Elko, and now Mario Cristobal's maybe found his niche. He couldn't do it at Miami. Maybe he's found it at Duke.
I mean,
but
Duke to me has always been more of a trial and error when it comes to players. You know,
well, I mean, my God, back into Ted Ruth here, and I know that
Ted Ruth is different. I'm more saying.
I mean, that's the same time that John Bunning was at Carolina, and I think they were both trying to fight to see who could be the worst team in the ACC. I mean, you remember that bull? Chuck Amata at State, Ted Ruth, and John Bunning, you know.
Yeah.
I just see the last 3 games being losses for Belichick because he doesn't know what to expect with in-state rivals because you've never had to play that. You've never had. I mean, yes, you had the Brady Manning thing in the NFL, but that was like one game.
Wait a minute. You said it. Are we going to get the voice? You said it. Are we going to do the voice?
Hello, friends. Jim Nance here. I mean, that's just my take on the Carolina thing. 7-5 if they're lucky. I mean, like I said, you know they're going to beat Richmond. You know they're going to get UCF, but the rest of these, it's just a toss-up. Now,
all right,
for you, Bull.
You know what? I want you guys to all write this down that we all agree on 7-5.
Bull, I got one for you because I know Hawk doesn't know anything about this because he's so the only thing he can say.
Big Ten.
The only thing he can say is Michigan beat them at the start of last year and the end of last year. But do you think Bama bounces back this year with Kalen DeBoer in the SEC?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I got Bama bouncing back somewhat. I got them. I got them in contention. I mean, I got them in as much in contention this year as anybody else.
Let me ask you, what's your trap games for Bama off of their schedule? I mean, we all know that they should single-handedly beat Florida State. I mean, Florida State didn't really have enough, but then they got Wisconsin. Then after they play Wisconsin on the 27th, they got Georgia at 7:30 in Athens. Then, you got Vanderbilt, which they're going to look for that one to be revenge since they went up there and lost last year.
You got to look out. You got to look out for, of course, the Iron Bowl game. Iron Bowl game, you never know what you go get there. You could win you could lose every game, but you win the Iron Bowl. The Iron Bowl is just a weird game. That's just
you got to think Tennessee there on October 18th.
Well,
that's third Saturday.
You got Oklahoma coming into Bama. That could be a tough one. LSU coming into Bama. You got to go to South Carolina, and then you got Tennessee coming in. I mean, they got a tough little schedule, man. They got a couple of games. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to make it through that strength of schedule without a loss, maybe 2, but I still think they make the playoff with 12 teams.
I'm saying is, before you cut in, I mean, that stretch right here, you mentioned Tennessee, South Carolina. Here is from their schedule after Vanderbilt, Missouri. The third Saturday of October, they got Tennessee, which is a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Then you got two come to Willie B on the 25th. You got LSU at Tuscaloosa on the 8th of November. Then the following weekend, you play Oklahoma. Then you get like the Eastern Illinois game. And then on the 29th, you got Alabama. You got to go to Jordan Hare to play Auburn. So, I mean, there's one, two, three. There's four games in a row there after the Georgia game that can trip Alabama up and keep them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that is tough.
I mean,
I mean,
always, it's Alabama though. They usually win those big games.
yeah, but think about it though. This is not a Nick Saban Alabama team,
Right.
and you are coming.
This is not a team that can, you blink and there's 47 points on the off.
Well, I mean, you're coming back to South Carolina after the when Steve Spurrier was there. College Game Day was at South Carolina for that game, and South Carolina's got the tendency to be the dark horse and knock you off, keep you out of playoff contention. I mean, I think they bounce back, but I think Georgia gets the revenge on them in Athens. I think that the Boers not ready to go into Athens with that one. I think what helped them last year was the fact that they were in Bryant-Denny, so they had the home turf advantage, and Bryant-Denny's always rocking on a Saturday. Tennessee, that's the middle of the season for them, so they always kind of start to towards the end of this. They ride high, and then they start that gradual drop since they screwed the schedule up.
Start to fuck up.
I mean, by the time that Alabama gets to South Carolina's either going to be primed for perfection to go on, or they've already dumpster fired their season and they got nothing. They're just playing to play for a bowl game by this point. I mean, LSU, that's always like the Iron Bowl. You don't know what to expect between the two of them. So, I mean, I just wanted your take. Do you think they bounce back? Do you think they make the college football playoff, or do you think they're sitting outside looking in once again?
I think I want to know your top 10 best teams in the damn country because, I've been sitting here thinking about mine and waiting on your response to that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I wrote this down the other night when we were talking. I had to make sure I plugged this in because I worked really hard on this.
Hey,
man, let them do it. Let them do it, man.
I think they do okay. I think they got a couple games. I think they're in my top 10. I think they're in the contention at the end of the year.
So you want the top 10 teams in the country based off of what the top 25 is?
Well, I was wanting everybody to see what everybody's top 10 was. Yeah.
Well, what's your top 10 then, Bull? Let's see how far off we are. And I'm going to write this down because I want to keep a record of this.
Don't do it if you're writing my stuff down.
I'm writing yours down so when college football's over, we can do this like you picking the Cowboys to win the NFC.
I knew it. That's why I said no. Damn it.
All right.
I'm never going to live that down, am I? Go Cowboys, I guess.
Go ahead, Bull. What you got?
Please don't let me paint a star on my face. Please, Cowgirls, win the AFC East. Don't make me
take a time out.
No, I'm upset. I want to pout. I want to be a cowgirl. Wait.
All right, what's your 10, Bull?
All right, at number 10, I got Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame coming in at number 10. Oregon coming in at number 9. I got Miami coming in at number 8. I got LSU coming in at number 7. I got Bama coming in at number 6. Georgia coming in at number 5. Clemson coming in at number 4. Ohio State coming in at number 3. And my top 2 teams, I got number 2, Penn State, and number 1, Texas. And that's my top 10. And I got Ole Miss massively underrated. They're rated 21 in early early in preseason. And I think that is a massive, massive underrating. I think watch out for Ole Miss. They're going to be moving up the board.
All right, your team to watch is Old Piss.
Ole Miss the top 25, but they're not in my top 10. But they were ranked 21st. I couldn't believe they were ranked that low.
Well, you lost the pre-score guy. You lost Jackson Dart. I mean, think about it. Most of your firepower and your defense is gone.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin usually has the talent. He usually figures it out. He's a quarterback whisperer.
Well, we saw that when he was with Nick Saban at Alabama. All right. Come on, Hawk. Give us your top 10.
So my first 4, and then the rest, right?
He started at 10.
I just started at 10. Yeah, I just did my top 10.
All right, so you did 10-1. Okay.
Yeah.
At number 10, I have to put my Wolverines. Do I really imagine them going all the way this year? No. I mean, because, they got the scandal going on that, nothing's been proven yet. I have to reiterate this. But they have a tough kind of schedule coming up. They got, New Mexico, which is going to be a gimme, which, thanks, Bowl again. While I'm trying to watch college football, you do our fantasy draft. Then Oklahoma.
Sorry, it's 3 week.
Oklahoma, Central Michigan, Nebraska, Wisconsin.
Hold on, who's after Michigan?
What, Central Michigan? Nebraska.
Do the number with them.
I got it wrote down on my paper.
Well, I'm telling you guys the Michigan schedule right now, not my picks.
We want your picks.
Oh, my bad. All right, so at number 10, I got, Michigan, of course. At number 9, I really want to say, I really want to throw LSU in there. LSU, I think they've always been kind of a more of a defensive minded team, in my opinion, and you know how I am. I always root for the defense. Sorry. But
7.
At number 8, I want to throw an Oregon Duck in there.
I got Oregon at 9.
I want to throw the Oregon Ducks. I mean, they usually have a pretty good organization. Now, I don't keep in touch with college football like I do, but I have been trying, y'all. I mean, you saw how I did earlier. I have been literally trying. I think the Oregon Ducks may have a good year, and I hope for them. I really do. And what am I at? Number 6?
7.
7? I tell you what, this is for my grandpa. He's in heaven right now, but I'm going to go Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I've always been a fan of just because of my grandpa. I have to throw him in my top 10 every damn year, or else I feel like I'm upsetting my grandpa. So, and then at number 5.
6.
6. God, what's wrong with me? Number 6. I'm going to throw the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm sorry, Gator. I'm sorry. Georgia Bulldogs it has always been, kind of fierce, coming out every single year. When I was living in North Carolina and, part of the ACC, kind of the SEC kind of too, because they were kind of intermingled, especially where we were. I mean, Bull, you could say the same. Um, but the Bulldogs have always seemed to be relevant, even when they were losing. They were talked about.
Yeah.
So that's why I got to throw them at my number 6. Number 5, yeah, can never sleep on these guys. I'm going to say Clemson. Clemson seems like they have a good organization this year. They seem like they're
our teams are similar, just one or two different places off. Go ahead.
Yeah. Are you comparing to the Wolfpack?
Pretty
Correct?
much picked all the teams I did, just one or two different places. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, let me finish. Yeah. Let me finish, dude. Trust me, I've been thinking about this for 3 days. Okay, that's why I'm not trying to rush through it. All right. Well, what number? I said Clemson, right? Clemson, I believe. Clemson, I believe, has got the offense that they were yearning for ever since they got rid of Trevor Lawrence. I believe they're going to come back out this year. That offense is going to be hype as crap. I don't believe they're going to be very strong on the defensive side, but I do believe that they're going to make it up on the offensive side. And I'm a defensive guy saying this, but Clemson finds a way to do it, especially in that couple of years. They find a way, and it's weird. It's really weird. All righty. And then at my number 4, Ohio State. Damn it! Why'd I say that?
Oh, wait.
Ohio State. I'm putting at my number 4. As much as I hate to say it,
we're going to talk about Ohio State coming up soon in our game picks against Texas this week.
Yeah, and honestly, let's wait until they take care of Texas, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All right. At my number 3 spot, Alabama. I want to say Alabama. I believe they got a lot of good guys out of there, especially a lot of young juniors and seniors that can come out there and make a difference. If they're not going to play well for the team, that at least they're going to play well for the NFL. That's all I'm going to say about that. Then my number 2 spot is the team that you never want to turn your back to very often. Made this joke many before, but Penn State has got a lot of potential coming in. I kind of feel bad about putting them at my number 2, but I have to put them in my top 10. They recently recruited, I think, the number 3 wide receiver out of the state, along with the number 1 recruit out of high school, quarterback out of the state also. So let's see how they kind of play together. Don't quote me on that.
They got the second best quarterback in the country.
Right. And then they just got a guy out of high school who was like he was like in between 3rd or 5th for being the best wide receiver. They just got him into Penn State also.
Drew Ayler.
Yeah. Is that his name?
Drew Ayler.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name to save my life. But
second best quarterback in the country by far.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude's good. But at number 1, as Gator's taking a nice long piss, my number 1's got to be Texas. I mean, I'm sorry, he's a Banning, man. I mean, football's in that dude's blood. He was born with it. He probably learned how to throw a football before he could walk. Arch Manning, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, he's a Manning. He probably came out of the womb going, Omaha.
All right,
Omaha.
who's your team to watch?
My team to watch, underdog team. My team to watch. I want to say that might be Sleepy. The Gators gonna hate me, but Miami. I want to
Yeah,
believe they might creep up in the
we're
SEC.
going to see fast how good Miami is this against Notre Dame.
Yeah, yeah. Miami. Like the first couple of games with Miami is going to really do a testament to them.
Well, I'm
But
I'm gonna save my prediction with that game and why I say it when we get to
oh,
the picks.
Yeah, we got
oh,
picks.
I know you're going to love it, Gator. There's a reason why you're named Gator, and we all love you for it.
All right, so here's my top 10. Um, I'm totally off key from both of y'all. Um, at number 10, I've got SMU. I mean, they were the dominant team in the ACC last season. They just ran up against Clemson and hit a wall, but I mean, they are pound the ground university. They, I think they should have been ranked higher than what they were. At 9, I've got Notre Dame. Uh, really and truly, at 8, I have Ohio State. I don't think they should have been ranked as high as they were because they lost a lot of players to the draft.
Not to mention, man, they choke. They've been choking.
At my number 7, and this was a toss up because, I mean, both teams make the argument that they should have been there, but I got Bama at 7 because I didn't really get to watch much of their spring game to find out, but they lost Jalen Milroe. They lost Isaiah Bond. I mean,
Oh, and they lost Joe Mama. Go ahead.
at 6, I've got UGA because Kirby Smart has kind of been faltering in that playoff game last year. Carson Beck was a lot of Georgia's downfall, I believe, and I'll explain it when we get to our picks on why I say that. But I will, if you watched all the games they lost, Burrow just act like he was. I'm not Burrow. Damn. Yeah, damn. Beck. Sorry. Beck just acted like, oh, I'm not. I'm just here. He already knew he was going to doggone Miami. At 5, y'all can argue me all you want about this, but I think that the number 5 team should have been the University of South Carolina. They returned almost
Ooh,
all of their
I mean,
players. Lenoris Sellers. I mean, I went to the spring game. He ran one rep, but he was flawless. And the incoming group, his brother, as a wideout and can play quarterback,
I like.
their underclassmen class that just come in is going to be just as good as what Beamer's got there now. I mean, this is
Like, dude, my sleeper team was either going to be Miami or the Gamecocks. So
uh,
I completely
Speaking,
agree with that.
speaking of South Carolina, breaking news here. I just got word Spencer Rattler is named to this New Orleans Saints starting quarterback. So I just got word.
I mean, I think South Carolina should have been ranked higher than 13th because of who they returned and what they do.
I think
Based
so
off their
too.
strength, based off their strength of schedule, I mean, they have the argument to make it to be
Uh,
one of the top
uh,
10 teams. At 4,
I
well,
mean, dude, like, let me
oh,
put you this way. The AP poll top 25 has Michigan ranked 14th, and I put them in my top 10. So I do not feel bad about that pick at all. So
um, I've got
what
that
was the South Carolina?
sorry. I've got that sorry school in the upstate, the world's largest gay bar, Clemson. Cade
Hey,
Klubnik returns.
Yeah.
Dabo's finally realized that you can't recruit in college football anymore. You've got to hit the portal if you're going to be a contender. And I think he found that out like Nick Saban did right after the portal got incepted.
They're in my
At
top
number
five.
at number three, I got the Ducks of Oregon. They are always a
Quack,
team
quack.
that they're always in the top five. Dan Lanning has done wonders up there at Oregon.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was a little.
after last year's national championship showing against Ohio State, I just
Yeah.
Well,
I thought
here's
they
my
were much
Bull's
better.
got a good point.
here's my thing though.
I
If
mean,
you
this was a
watch
big
that
show.
game,
Yeah,
no, that wasn't a choke. And I know it's gonna go, and I know you're gonna argue what I'm about to say. Yeah, I watched the game, but it's kind of like the money was made to have Ohio State go. I mean, a lot of those games there, you could tell that it's like the betting had something to do with it because Oregon walked the dog with Ohio State in the first game. They walked the dog with Penn State in the Big Ten championship. I mean, I think that if you were the number one team or the number 1 through 4, you should have never had a bye week. That hurt a lot of teams to have that week off. And then you're playing a team that had a chance and already played, so they got the experience, they gained the momentum. I mean, they had the opportunity to do all of that. Now, this is where we disagree really hard. I got Texas at number 2.
What?
And this is why I say that. Even though,
Bulldogs at number 1.
no,
He's gonna
The
have
reason- the reason I say Texas is number 2 is, and I'll get to this in the picks. I don't want to give away too much, but they left something last year when they played to be desired for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, Steve Sarkisian's a great coach, but Arch, I see the same thing that happened with Peyton, and I see the same thing that happened with Eli playing in college. He's going to be a good quarterback, but he's going to flourish more in the NFL. So, and my team to watch, which was very hard for me to actually keep them out of the top 10 because they had all the momentum at the.
Who was your number 1?
Oh, my number 1, Penn State.
Okay.
Penn State has the look. I did the research. I read.
They do have the second best quarterback in the country.
I even went back. Look, I went back and read. I went back and read where EA Sports, where ESPN simulated the season 25 times. I broke it down.
Well,
Penn State
and
is Georgia.
In my top 3. I can't say nothing.
Penn State and Georgia won the national championship a whopping total of 8 times in a 25-time simulation. They had the most. Florida was one team that won it. Clemson won it. Bama won it. Oregon won it. Notre Dame won it. I mean, all the teams that are in the top 25, somebody out of the top 25, with the exception of Penn State and Georgia, were the national champion. I mean, I went back and had to look at it and dive deep into it, break it down. But like I said, this was hard for me not to put them in the top 10 with the momentum that they had last year. I think they're outside looking in, and they have the number 1 toughest strength of schedule. The SEC is a better conference when they do great. I think that Napier's determination and what he's decided, what he said he was going to do when he got there, for the building, the foundation, for everything. My sleeper team to watch and make the college football playoff is none other than my Florida Gators.
Yeah,
I think Florida.
I knew that.
We always talk about USC being a dark horse, but they've got the team this year that can
Leave
actually.
it to Gator to root for the Gators. Oh my God! Surprise everywhere.
I mean, USC has the chance to run the table, do something in there, but I just think that Florida returning their running back, Lagway's coming back. They've got a good receiving core. They got a good safety. The defense is working. They have the best offensive line on both sides of the ball coming in. I mean, by the end of the season, they have the chance to be either a top 10 or a top 5 offensive line and defensive line. They've got the momentum. So we're going to see come the UCF game, because the Florida International that they're playing Saturday, that's we're paying you this much money to come get your ass kicked, and we're going to see. But that's my team to watch.
I want to say something right quick. Gator, I 1,000%, and I'm sure everybody else would agree with me. You are biased about that pick, my friend.
I'm not biased about it. I'm being honest. Listen. There are very few things that I wake up and I'm going to tell you the truth about the New York Yankees if I think they can make the World Series or not, because I've got almost every freaking sports outlet that's got something dealing with the Yankees. I've kept up with the spring game.
Well, let me. You remember what I said last episode? What I told you about my opinion of FSU, right?
Yeah.
And what I call them, that I cannot say on air. Bull, I will tell you later. But they're projected to beat out the Gators, my man. From what I read.
They're not projected to beat the Gators.
No, they're projected to beat them on one occasion. Is from what I saw. I mean, FSU. I mean,
you know what FSU's problem is? They got to overcome 2-10. 2-10.
I got a question.
I was going to say they're not really true Native American, but okay.
I got a question for you guys before we get into our college football playoff picks. And I got a quick question, and this is a good one. Who do y'all have for your Heisman picks this year?
Either DJ Lagway is going to win it, or Lenore Sellers. I don't think Kubnick's going to make it. I think Arch is going to get beat out, and I think that it's going to be either DJ Lagway or Lenore Sellers.
I think it's Archie Manning's to lose. I think it's his as long as he doesn't have a shit.
I believe that. It's Archie Manning's to win as long as he plays a good season.
Well, it's his to lose. If he doesn't get hurt, and as long as he puts on a decent year, I feel like it's his.
Well, goddamn, let's just go ahead and give Texas a national fucking championship then, because it's a freaking Manning. Kind of like when Carolina's ranked number 1 in basketball.
That might happen, all right?
If it was going to happen, it would have done it last year. I mean, the stage was set.
They did have a chance, but Manning's going to get it done. We're going to see week 1 against Ohio State. We're going to see.
All right, let's get to
You guys saw the first year that Taylor Swift started coming around Travis Kelce. Guess what? They won a Super Bowl. And guess what? They won another Super Bowl. What's the difference? Like, Archie Manning's going to come in. He's going to come into a bad situation no matter where he goes, because he is going to be the number 1 pick. And every team that is struggling is always going to go after the number 1 pick. Like, I don't know, the Jaguars, the Browns. I mean, the Browns picked up 2 people this past season. Kept both of the rookies, for Christ's sake, and shipped off 2 other guys. But that's not what I'm saying. It's like, it's what?
What's your college football playoff?
What, top 4?
No, what is everybody's college football playoff? Let's get this thing going here. I got set for my top 12 teams in the country if the college football playoff started today.
Didn't I already give them?
No, we haven't done the college football picks yet for the
okay.
top, the playoff.
All right. Well, you want to know mine right quick?
That's what he just asked you.
All right. The top college picks, I would have to say. I have to include the Gamecocks. I'm going to include Miami.
What is your round one college football playoff? I'm going to get this started. Round one college football.
No, round one.
Round one college football playoff. I got for round one, Oregon playing Utah. I got Oregon as the 9 seed. Utah is my 8 seed. Oregon is going to take that game. And next game, I got Bama versus Boise State. Bama is a 5 seed. Boise State is a 12 seed. Bama takes that game. So far, I got Bama and Oregon advancing. I got then USC, Southern California, playing Clemson. I got USC as an 11 seed, Clemson as a 6 seed. USC beating Clemson in the playoff. So USC actually winning a game in the playoff actually this year. That's a kind of an upset. Then Notre Dame playing Miami. Notre Dame is a 7 seed. Miami is a 10th seed. I got Notre Dame beating Miami in the playoff. And that is my round one. So my next round would be Oregon, my 9 seed, playing Georgia, my number 1 seed. Georgia will win that game. Bama plays Penn State in my next game. Bama as a 5 seed, Penn State as a 4 seed. But I got Penn State knocking off the Tide. And then we got Southern Cal versus Texas. And I got my Trojans losing in a battle in the Rose Bowl rematch from the national championship in 2006. But I got Texas beating them again and Texas moving on. I got Texas in the national championship game, but I've got, Ohio State losing to Penn State, and it being Penn State and Texas in the national championship game. After Texas beats Georgia, that'll be an absolute game to watch. That Texas and Georgia matchup, the Final Four.
That would be great to watch.
Texas beats Georgia, and Penn State beats Ohio State for a Penn State-Texas showdown, and Texas against, pretty much number 1 and number 2, best 2 teams in the country, facing off in the Natty. So that was my college football playoff early season predictions. I got Penn State and Texas in the national championship, and I got Texas winning the national championship by 3. So I actually think Archie gets it done this year. I will be surprised week 1 if they lose to Ohio State. Put it that way.
All right, you ready for this?
Well,
my first round matchup, I've got Oregon as the 8th seed, USC, South Carolina as the 9 seed. I got Ohio State as the 5, SMU as the 12. At my 7th seed, I got Notre Dame, and my 10, I got Michigan, because Michigan's going to find a way to win the Big Ten again. At 6, I got Texas. I think there's some games on their schedule that could be a loss, and it's going to knock them down to 6. And at 11, I got Ole Miss making the playoffs. At my number 1 seed, I've got Penn State playing Oregon. I got Bama playing Ohio State because Florida is going to get in by winning the SEC championship over Bama. I got Florida having to play Notre Dame to give us a touch of what's to come in 2031 and 2032 with the home and home series.
I don't think
And then
so.
I got Texas beating Ole Miss and having to play Clemson. And in my semifinals, I have Florida with a rematch against Texas, and I got Bama playing Penn State, with Florida and Penn State going to the national championship and Florida winning it all.
Wow.
I know, right? Wow.
If that happens, I will be shocked.
All right.
Don't
So-
say it can't happen. They've got the team that can do it.
I'm not so sure about your head ball coach down there.
All right, so I guess this is my turn, right? Now, I don't know college ball as well as Gator and Bowl. So it's 5-12, right?
No, your 8 and your 9 play each other. Your 5 and your 12 play each other.
Right, all right, okay. So, yeah, okay, I got it. So I want to put at my 8 and my 9. I'm gonna put LSU Tigers against Oregon Ducks.
Good matchup.
I think, yeah, that'll be a good matchup. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad that I'm kind of ranking them so low, but it's. I think both of those teams are going to struggle a little bit going down the stretch, a little bit. So then, all right, I did my 8 and 9. So my 7.
Who's the 9?
Wait. Oh, Ducks.
Okay, that's the same 9 as mine.
Yeah. I want to throw my 8 and my 10. At my 10, who is mixing what? I'm sorry, that threw me off. Are we making margaritas, my friend? Pour me one. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah.
5
at my 10, I want to throw
5 and 12.
Oh, 5 and 12?
Yeah.
5 and 12. I'm going to throw the Bulldogs in Alabama.
Okay.
5 being Alabama, 12 being Bulldogs.
Wow, I had Boise State coming in at 12, just sneaking in, but
Boise State, I mean, like, dude, honestly, you brought Boise State to my attention. I completely forgot about Boise State.
they got a good.
Shame on me. I know, but
they don't play anybody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Boise State comes out there and whoops ass every single year, but nobody thinks of it.
All right.
All
right. For 11 and 6.
11 and 6. At my 6, I'm going to throw Clemson.
That's what I put in there.
Against Notre Dame.
As an 11?
Like I said, I'm not a professional college guy, y'all.
That's
I'm
fine.
trying.
Notre Dame as an 11.
Yeah.
And then who's the winner?
I'm sorry. My grandpa's speaking over my shoulder right now. He's like, you better pick Notre Dame. Yeah, well, okay, Grandpa, I did.
Well, who you got
winning? They're not going to win it all. Trust me.
Notre Dame or Clemson?
Yeah, that. I really want Notre Dame to win that one, but I think Clemson's got them.
I had Clemson losing to
honest.
That game.
Yeah, Clemson. I mean, I like Notre Dame just because of my grandpa, and I do believe they have a nice organization up there, even though it's very private. And I can see Gator trying to give me some shit. But like I've always rooted for Notre Dame just because of my grandpa. My grandpa loved that school. My grandpa was a Navy man. He went to that school when he was a boy before he joined the Navy. So yeah, I root for him.
I got it. All right, 7 and 10.
7 and 10. Oh fuck! This is where it gets a little tricky for me. To be
I
honest
had
with you
Notre Dame.
guys. Um. 7. I want to throw Penn State.
Ooh, low.
No. Can I take that back?
Sure.
If you guys allow me.
It's hitting chest. Just hurry up.
All right. I'm going to throw at my 7. Let me get Miami.
Okay.
And then
I
at my
had
10.
I had Miami in.
At my 10, let me get Kansas State.
Kansas State. Oh, okay.
Kansas State. I believe they're going to have a hell of a year, and they're going to kind of sneak their way in there. They got a semi easy schedule this
Well, they've
year.
already lost to Iowa State week 1.
Right. I mean, but come on, man. Like, I think they're going to sneak their way in there. I think they got potential.
Let's see. They can still be at 10 with a loss. But
yeah, they can.
So who'd you have winning over Kansas State? Or did you have Kansas State winning or losing to?
I have Kansas State losing.
Losing to who?
Like, this is like I'm having real trouble with this, guys. I'm sorry. I don't need to be chewing on my debit card on camera. I really I want Oregon to win it all. Like, just because they haven't in so long, but it's got to go to Texas. Sorry.
All right. So who did you have winning that game? You had Kansas State losing to who?
Oh, Kansas State is fucking losing to
Miami, right?
Right.
So you had Miami winning, Clemson winning.
Yep.
You had
Georgia
and Oregon.
Yep.
All right. So your 9-1 game would be Oregon, and who's your number 1?
That's my Penn State pick right there. Number
so
1.
You got Oregon playing Penn State, and
my number 1 is going to be Penn State this year in the playoffs.
So you got Oregon and playing Penn State. Who do you have winning?
I want Oregon to win just because, man, but Penn State's got it. They learned not to bend over.
So you got Penn State beating Oregon. And then you got your number 5 and your number 4. So you had Georgia winning, and your number 4 was who?
I think my number 4. Hold on. LSU? No, I wrote that down wrong. South Carolina, I think. It's either LSU or South Carolina. I think. I don't think I typed it in correctly. I can't see. If the viewers can notice, I'm without something crucial. No, wasn't it Kansas State?
Georgia plays your number 4 team in the country. Who is your number 4's favorite team in the country?
You never told us.
Did I not? Okay, well, my number 4 favorite.
He did tell us.
I think I did.
Pretty sure it was LSU.
I think it was. Because
Georgia and LSU, who do you got winning?
LSU.
And then you got your 11.
Texas over LSU.
Then you got Clemson over. Then you got Clemson, and who's your 3 seed? Texas.
Yeah.
So you got Clemson, Texas. Who do you have winning?
Texas.
So you got Texas, Penn State.
And Penn State.
You got Texas, Penn State.
Yeah, it's from what I've written down.
Texas, Penn State, and Georgia.
Oh, Penn State's going to win over Georgia, or Texas is going to win over Georgia. It's going to come down to Penn State and Texas in the national championship, and I think Penn State's got it.
You think Penn State, Texas in the Natty?
I think so. I think they learn not to bend over too strong. And I think, I think they got a good look bunch of young guys. I don't know why, but I kept up on Penn State. I don't know why. But I mean, a lot of these young guys coming in, I mean, they look good. They look good. I mean, I know a lot of them are freshmen or sophomores, but I mean, they look good. I mean, it just makes me faith. It gives me faith if somebody on Penn State goes down, that maybe the second, the backup could come in and probably do as well of a job. From what I've seen. Now, I'm not 100%. Again, I've only been to Pennsylvania once. I don't know why I'm rooting for Penn State, but okay.
Well, I think that's everybody's college football playoff. I think that was way harder than it had to be, but we got it in there.
Oh, you're telling me. You're telling me, okay?
Hey, wait a minute, Bull. Let's give Hawk an A for effort and a nice hand clap because he did really good for his first college.
Hey, man. Thank y'all. I really, 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 really tried. I really did.
All right. Well,
for that, I'm going to take me a drink. Kidding.
What we got for games this week? Games of the week. We're picking College Game Day.
Well, before we get into that, I just want to bring up a little bit of high school football. Bull, would you like to say?
No, I would not like to talk about high school football.
I know why. I just want to say that my high school, the Mount Pleasant Tigers, beat the Concord Spiders, Bull high school team, in JV and varsity. Now, Bull has a very big game coming up for the Bell around there in a little bit of Concord and Mount Pleasant or Cabarrus County, where we're from. How do you think that game is going to go, Bull?
I think I'm ready.
Coming off a loss to my Tigers. My Tigers beat your ass.
I got to talk about the college game picks because I got to get off here. My phone's getting ready to go, guys. So I'm talking about NC State versus ECU Thursday. We got Thursday Madness against ECU at Carter Finley Stadium. State's 12.5-point favorite. And, ACC Network prime time. Check us out. We're going to be beating that ass. I know I got State by 14. Who you got, Gator?
I got ECU coming out swinging like in the bowl game. They're going to knock y'all's dome in.
Of course you went against me. What you got, Hawk?
I think it's going to come down to about the fourth quarter, but much like the Mount Pleasant game, ECU is going to come out and score 3 touchdowns out of nowhere. And that's it.
Damn. So who you got?
He said East Carolina.
Eastern Carolina?
ECU is going to come out and score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, much like my Tigers did to your Spiders.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. But
do I think it's going to happen? No, but if it does happen, it's live here now.
We got also on Friday. We got another big one on Friday night.
You skipped Duke and Elon.
That's coming up. We also got Georgia Tech and Colorado. Oh yeah, that's Duke and Elon. Yeah, Duke and Elon's the Thursday night game. I'm sorry, Duke and Elon. I got Duke by 10. That's going to be Thursday at 7:30. It's not going to be broadcasted, obviously, but I got Duke by 10.
I got the Blue Devils beating Elon.
What you got?
You know what I got? I got some horrible ass beef jerky today, and I was just wanting to know if any know where to get a good quality beef jerky.
Who you got in Duke, Elon?
Well, damn, I'm trying to plug real quick before somebody's phone died, but okay, whatever.
Well,
But
let's get through the
Duke and
picks
Elon,
first.
I got Duke.
Duke, all right. And then, my bad, I was a little ahead of myself. Georgia Tech, Colorado, Friday night. That's on ESPN. I got Colorado by 7 and a nail biter with Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech can beat them, but I'm going to say Colorado finds a way at the end. They're going to win by a touchdown.
I'm going to take Georgia Tech. I don't think Colorado can handle the triple option that Georgia Tech runs. It's going to stymie.
They got a bad defense, so that's what I'm worried about.
I just think that the triple option that's got a lot of teams in the past is what's going to do Dion's primetime game on Friday night in for Colorado. Georgia Tech walks out of there with W.
I don't think I could pick one between that because it's either going to come down to an offensive heavy game or a defensive heavy game. It's going to come down to whoever gets control of the ball off the first snap, whether it's going to be the defense or the offense. We will have to see about that one. That one's I don't even want to pick. I just want to watch.
Well, you got to pick.
Give me Colorado
All right.
All right. Well, Saturday at 7:30. This one I know Bulls got circled on his thing because he knows that if he loses, he's got to don the beautiful purple and yellow of Louisiana State University.
If I got to go Cowboys, you got to do this.
Clemson versus.
I got my faith in Clemson, and they're not going to let me down. Clemson. I got Clemson by 3 over LSU live on ABC.
Hey, you cut me off. You cut me off.
Yeah,
I was hyping it. It's the Battle of the Tigers.
Hype it up.
It's the rematch of the 2019 National Championship game. It's Death Valley versus Death Valley. It's basically seeing who's got the biggest tiger cock of them all. But in this game, I'm going, hey, oh, suck that tiger dick, bitch.
E-L-S-O-N.
Just Tigers.
I hate that he brought up Tigers, but yeah, this is going to be a battle just like me against the Bull back in high school before we even actually knew each other. This is going to fight, man. And remember, we wanted to fight on the field before you got too smart because.
But anyway, I got Clemson winning by 3, and then we got
who you got, Hawk?
Penn State by 3.
We didn't even say Penn State.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else completely all of a sudden.
you too busy talking about your football days. Focus on the show. Stay with us, man.
My mind went to NFL for some reason. I'd have to agree with Bull there, though, Clemson. But I want to say.
All right, you pick Clemson.
By 7.
I got Clemson by 3. And then we got Bama. We got Bama FSU is the big game also this week. We got the 3:30 matchup on ABC, and I got Bama blowing the doors off of FSU.
That game is going to be 33-0.
Bama coming in as the number 8 team in the country. I got Bama by 21.
I'm going with Bama on that just because I haven't seen anything that Florida State has produced. I think that Mike Norvell's in the hot seat. They got a lot of work to do to dig out of that 2-10 hole from last year, especially losing games to like Memphis, losing to Florida getting blown out by Miami, which I mean, Florida got blown out by Miami, but still, you, I just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel for Florida State University right now to even consider them where they said they should have been in the college football playoff. Um, Bama's going to easily handle them. I don't even think the spread even matters in this game because Bama's going to come out with the wagon. They're going to circle it quick. Chief Pascal is going to just run back in with the horse, and it's going to start it. I mean, it's
going to be a big blowout by Bama is what it's going to be. Florida State, it's going to be a sad day for the hometown crowd there in Florida State on opening.
They can always just switch from that doggone burgundy and gold and put on some blue and orange and pull for a real team.
Well, on the Saturday, we got another Saturday game, 12 o'clock, Syracuse versus Tennessee. This is an ABC game. Syracuse coming into Tennessee. I got by Tennessee by 10 or 14. I'm going to say Tennessee by 13 just to meet in the middle.
Oh, Hawk, who you got?
Tennessee beating Syracuse.
I'm sorry, but isn't Syracuse more known for a basketball team, not a football team?
Yeah, but just make a pick.
Yeah, well, Syracuse down by 10. I want to say that.
This is hard for me because I have a disdain for this school, but I'm just going to say that Syracuse ain't able to go in and hang with wish that I was on old Rocky Top up in them Tennessee hills. Ain't no smog or smoke on Rocky Top. Ain't no telephone bills. And you messed me up. And Bull, you messed me up in the Alabama game because I was going to sit there when you picked them and go spend my dollar on beer, parked in a holler neath the mountain moonlight. Roll tide, hold 'em up tight against the wall, make a little loving all night, little turtle loving on the Mason-Dixon line.
All right.
But Auburn, it's my life, and LSU, oh, so right in Tennessee, too. My Dixieland delight.
Get on now.
I got one for Saturday. I threw this one in there because I think it's going to be a chance for Coastal Carolina to actually show that they play with some big-time schools. We got Coastal Carolina and Virginia playing at 3:30. And I think the Chance is going to go in to Charlottesville.
I think Coastal's going to beat them too. Virginia's a struggling team right now. They ain't really consistent. They ain't got a good defense. They're not got a sound offense. They're just struggling to hang around. I think Coastal can beat them. I think
this is Coastal's chance. This is Coastal's chance to prove that it's the Sun Belt they're in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is a chance to prove that they can step outside of the Sun Belt and compete with teams in the ACC, possibly a couple of Big Ten teams, and I think they can compete with some of the lower tier SEC teams like Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. I think this is Coastal's chance to say, hey, take us seriously like you take App State.
Yeah. Well, they are on App State's level at this point. They have made themselves clear they are here to compete.
They've always been able to compete. It's just they always seem to struggle when it comes to Appalachian State and Liberty. Those are the two schools that they kind of get to the roadblock, and then they can't seem to hurdle the wall.
Well, we got Coastal. I got Coastal by a field goal.
I think they can win that game by at least a touchdown. Because, like you said, I agree. Virginia can't They can't finish. They're all over the place. It's like they go good in the first, and then when it comes to the second, they forget what the game plan was.
Right. Well, we got Auburn versus Baylor also on Friday night, 8 o'clock, Fox Sports. I got Baylor beating Auburn by 6, and that's an upset because a lot of people think Auburn's going to be all right this year. But Baylor's at home. I think Baylor beats Auburn. I think they get it done. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong there, but I'm gonna take Baylor.
I think that Baylor's got the home crowd on their side. I don't think Hugh Freeze is ready for the Big Big 12, excuse me, like a lot of the Auburn fans think they are. I think that it's going to be a true road game, but it's going to be a tough matchup for Auburn. I also have Baylor winning that game.
I also got Utah versus UCLA.
Hold on, Hawk's got the pick. He's finally back. Baylor, Auburn. Who you got, Hawk?
I generally root for Baylor, but I think this year that Cam Newton's getting his jersey retired at the beginning of the year is going to set a fire under Auburn, and I believe they're going to carry that a deep way. So Auburn.
Hey, at least we don't all agree.
Well, then we got Saturday. We got UCLA versus Utah, and I got UCLA by 7. That's an 11 o'clock game. That's going to be almost midnight by the time that game kicks off.
On
Saturday night.
And just so you guys know, I'm probably not going to watch that one.
I'll watch it just because I'll probably sit up. But also, what do you guys got for Utah UCLA?
I think the Utes can beat them. They've had a pretty strong team the past couple of years.
They only got a 3% less chance than UCLA.
I mean, the first time they played Florida in the Swamp, they took Florida to the wire. Their schedule, I mean, they play some pretty competitive teams, and they've had a pretty decent schedule. I think Utah can beat UCLA. I'm going with the Utes.
I'm gonna go UCLA at home.
Kelly
finds a way.
I'm sorry. I have to go also UCLA, and I want to say by 10.
Chip Kelly, baby. I got him by 10.
Yeah, I got him by 10.
I got Marshall blowing out Georgia Saturday. 3:30 kickoff on ESPN. Marshall by 24 over Georgia by 24 over Marshall.
I think Georgia gets it handled. They're playing in Athens between the hedges. Marshall just hasn't really recovered from, and you hate to say it, but they've never really found the way to recover after the plane crash in the 70s. It's still a lingering thing on them. I mean, I'd love to see Marshall
going
in.
Man, that's a sad moment.
I would love to. I mean, I would love to see Marshall upset Georgia.
Rest in peace, everybody.
But I just don't see it happening. But, I mean, nobody saw App State beat Michigan in 07 either.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Bull.
Speaking of App State, my friends.
I'm going to walk out of the room right now and just be done with this cast. I'm not getting shit for this long after it happened. It's been 20 years. Leave it alone.
Well, speaking of App State versus UNC Charlotte in the Dukes Mayo Classic, Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Primetime game, probably the biggest game for the two schools this year. It's going to be on ESPN, 7 o'clock kickoff Friday night. It's going to be the big one downtown Charlotte. I got App State by 14.
I think that game can go either way, honestly. I think it's going to be a very I think it's going to be a game like when App played Carolina the past 2 years, and the difference maker is going to be a field goal. I think App State can win it, but I also see Charlotte having a chance to gain some momentum with Bill Belichick and Carolina coming to Charlotte the next week. So it's kind of like a home game for Charlotte. I'm gonna, as much as I like Joseph and App State, I'm gonna take Charlotte to get some momentum.
I would like to see Charlotte win that game going into the UNC game. But
I mean, either way, I would be happy with either team winning it, but I'd like to see Charlotte do it to get the momentum.
Well, who you got, Hawk? App State or UNC Charlotte?
Well, it's interesting you ask because I'm going to UNC Charlotte with 2 starters on App State going down. Fuck App State. Fuck them in the ass. You guys keep wanting to bring it up to me. It's not just you, Gator. It's everybody else. Anybody that's out of state. Well, how can we respect a team that lost to App State?
Well, you got to think App State also beat Texas A&M too. It was just a point of reference talking about Marshall.
Shit? I don't understand. Why am I getting so much shit?
Well, blame
you're
Kirk
a Michigan
Herbstreit.
fan.
Blame Kirk Herbstreit for that college game day saying, why would anybody want to watch App State play Michigan when you could be watching Wisconsin? And then it was the shot heard around the world. I mean,
yeah,
dude, even all this time from 91, I'm still getting grief. And I was a baby when in the 90s when UNLV blew Duke out by 30 points in the national championship in basketball.
You know what? And, I lived 18 years in North Carolina. And honestly, that's the thing I hated the most is because you guys down there kept reminding me that the day in high school, the day after that happened, was probably the worst goddamn day of my life. Okay?
All right, let's get back to the picks, boy. What's game up next?
And then I got Virginia Tech and South Carolina. I got Carolina by 9, but this is a Sunday game, 3:00 on ESPN. Virginia Tech, South Carolina, 3:00 kickoff. Like I said,
is it 3 or 3:30?
It's 3.
Oh, they moved it up. Okay. I got South Carolina winning that game. Virginia Tech's just been struggling the past couple of years. If it was in Blacksburg, I think that Virginia Tech would have the edge, but I think Beamer's going to come in and, the way they did his dad and got rid of him and got rid of him on the sidelines, I think he's got a little animosity towards VT. So I think that Gamecock's going to take that Hokie and spurs up Gamecocks.
Gamecocks. I got South Carolina by 9. And that's 3 field goals. That's not a touchdown and a field goal.
Oh,
Actually, it could be a touchdown and a missed extra point for the field goal.
I got 3 field goals. It's gonna be they're gonna have trouble scoring the rock. But anyway, go ahead.
I have the Gamecocks by. I want to say 7.
All right.
6 or 7. 6 or 7 because Gator did bring up a good point. South Carolina's kicker right now, I'm not 100% about yet. So, I mean, he could miss an extra point, but I still have them up by 6 or 7.
Well, we got Notre Dame and Miami also, 7:30.
Oh.
This is going to be a Sunday game on ABC. Notre Dame and Miami. I got Notre Dame by 7. Now I'm pulling for Miami. Don't get it twisted. I would love for you to win the game, but I got Notre Dame by 7.
Before Gator intervenes, I have to agree with Bull. Gator, go ahead.
Here's the thing. That game's going to come down to which Carson Beck shows up. Is it Carson Beck that's locked in and ready to play? Or is it going to be Carson Beck that I'm just here, man? I mean, he's pulling the Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused. All
It's
right,
first
all
game.
right,
First
all
game of the
right.
year. First
Right.
game of the year. He better show up to play.
I'm just saying. I think Notre Dame's going to upset Miami and Coral Gables. I really do. I think Notre Dame's going to beat them.
What's your over under on that?
Notre Dame isn't upsetting Miami. Notre Dame's ranked number 6. Miami's ranked number 10.
Yeah, I gotta go with Notre Dame, dude.
Notre Dame, I'm calling it an upset because all the Miami fans think that they're going to walk in there and upset Notre Dame. They're going to upset the Miami fan base.
Notre Dame.
Well,
Notre Dame.
okay. Out of the three of us, I'm the only one that picked Notre Dame and Miami in my top 10. Or my top
Yeah,
12.
but I'm just saying. I know that Notre Dame's ranked
I
higher,
think Notre
but
Dame, not Miami.
I think Notre Dame is going to upset Miami fans. That's why I said it's going to be an upset because they're going to upset the Miami fans.
All right, guys. And to bring it home this week.
Hold on. Let's get the Carolina one and save the big one for last.
Well, I forgot about the Carolina one. That was my last one. I got Carolina and TCU. I thought we had already talked about this one. I'm sorry, it was on the other page. I got TCU.
We brushed over it. Now we're going to get into it.
I got TCU versus Carolina Monday Night Football. I got Bill Belichick's first game at home. TCU coming into the Carolina. And it's going to be, like I said, on ESPN, 8 o'clock kickoff. I hate to say this, but I'm going to take Carolina by 3. I think TCU can beat them and probably should beat them, but I'm going to take Carolina by 3 because, like I told y'all earlier, Belichick I give him his respect. He's going to out-coach him. So, I mean, he's going to put him in position to be successful.
I mean, and we did touch on this a little bit earlier in the episode, Gator. We discussed that the best they're going to probably do is 7-5.
I got TCU upsetting Belichick in his first game.
Really?
I got TCU upsetting them. It's their moment. It's the big stage. They choked when it came to playing Georgia, but their national championship game was when they played Michigan to get there. I think they're going to upset Bill Belichick because of all the hype, and I got TCU.
All right. My opinion is that I would like Carolina to win that one, but I think it's a 3-point game either way. Either Bill Belichick is going to coach well and not make it down the stretch with these young kids because he's got to rotate kids, or he's just not going to be able to keep up with the pace of college football like he is the NFL because they are two completely different ball games.
I don't think we're going to do that. I think Belichick's going to be a professional.
Yes, but it still takes an adjustment to go from the NFL level to a college level. Harbaugh did it. And Harbaugh, good old Jim Harbaugh, that's under scrutiny right now. He did it, but it really took him about a year and a half to get things in groove. Coming from San Francisco to Michigan. San Francisco 49ers to the Michigan Wolverines. That's what he did. Now, it takes a little bit of adjustment, man. NFL rules are not the same as NCAA rules. You're going to have, you got 1 foot in bounds, not 2. Now, I trust completely that Bill Belichick is going to train these kids to do 2 foot in bounds because that raises anybody's draft stock. Just by catching the ball, if you put,
I think he's going to do.
I do not think that Bill Belichick is going to be an national championship coach, but I do think Bill Belichick is going to produce the best players eligible for the NFL draft.
Well, he's already said he's going to produce pro caliber players. They're going to be
right. Right. But do I see
So are you
him?
taking UNC?
I am taking. I guess.
Yeah, it's all this to say you're
Like
Carolina.
I said, I mean, it's going to be either team by 3 points, but I guess I'll take USC. UNC. My bad.
So we
Not
both
USC.
have Carolina by 3.
Yeah. It's yeah. It's going to be 3, but I like, and I'm not telling this from a professional opinion. This is just what I want to see. You know, like I want to see UNC win it. I want to see Belichick do a good job. I want to see him do a good job coaching kids rather than, Gronk and Brady and Edelman. I
On
just
the
want
other
him to
hand,
go. I
on
want
the other hand, and the opposite, I don't want to see Belichick do well. I don't give a shit about Carolina. I hate
like
Carolina. I would
he
like to see Carolina do poorly, but I'm thinking they're going to win.
well, Belichick is Belichick, and now would you like him if he did not go to Carolina?
Yeah, because then I don't
Like what if he went to Vanderbilt or Alabama
I
or
would be less.
Boise State? Like, would you like him then?
I would be less inclined to dislike him as much if he did.
Well, dude, then like that's more of a reason for you to respect the rivalry that you have upcoming your way. You better respect it now.
Just because Carolina had Matt Brown didn't make me respect them anymore.
All right.
Anyway, Texas and OSU, the Big Daddy, the big one, the game of the week, the Lee Corso big pick of the week. We got the number 1 team versus the number 3 team, 12 o'clock kickoff, Fox Sports, and it's going to be a good one. And I've got Archie Manning getting the job done. Texas by 3.
Who you got, Hawk?
Got to go Texas by 7.
Well, here's my take on this. It depends on what Texas team shows up. It
Now, note I
depends on,
can't read it all.
does Ohio State get the ball first? Do they come out and drain it down, run it down Texas's throat like they did against Oregon in the Rose Bowl? There's a lot of different factors here to factor into this game. Ohio State's playing at home. We know that they can produce at home. We know that Texas can win on the road. We've seen it time and time again. But I think the lights, the stars, and the hype around Manning is going to be what it's about, like it is for Bill Belichick at UNC. But I'm going to say in old Ohio, Columbus, there's a team that's known throughout the land. 11 warriors brave and bold, whose fame will ever stand. And when the ball goes over, arches will reach the sky. Ohio field will hear again the Buckeye battle cry. Drive, drive down the field, men in gray. Don't let them through that line. We've got to win this game today. Come on, Ohio. Smash through to victory. We'll cheer you as you go. Our honor defend. So we'll fight to the end for Ohio. Give me Texas!
Give me Texas! Welcome!
In the words of Matthew McConaughey, all right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right! Hook 'em, baby! Hook 'em horns! We got NC State beating Eastern Carolina and Texas beating Ohio State. Yeah!
And this is going to be fun for the Sports Madness viewer base because you can actually keep up with our picks and who's leading after each week with the top games of the week that we pick.
What?
We're going to have a score ticker. We're going to take our little pictures like they do, and we're going to post a thing on a board, and it's going to say Hawk, Bull, and Gator, and it's going to say our record. So for
We're gonna keep a record here on Sports Madness TV, and we're gonna have the pick master at the end of the season. We all know it's gonna be the bull, the bull.
We all know it's not going to be the bull.
Oh yeah.
But Gator, go ahead and
Yeah.
explain everything once more to make sure our viewers heard correctly.
At the end of each week, so next week when we do our week 2 college football preview with the picks, we're going to have a record board, and it's going to show Bull, Gator, and Hawk, and it's going to show our record. I circled all the teams, and I wrote down who picked who, and we're going to add that in after the game. So we picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We picked 10 games, and out of those 10 games, we're going to add up who won, and it's going to show. We're going to have the record. So if we all,
and also at the end of the season, we're going to compare our college football playoff and see who was closest.
and pretty much if Texas wins and Alabama wins and South Carolina wins and Coastal Carolina wins, that's all. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 points for all of us right there. If ECU wins, we get another point. If Duke wins, we get actually Duke right there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 picks that we all 3 picked the same, so that's 4 points right there. It's just the games that we split on. I mean, so you can go 10-0 this week, or you can be 9-1 or something else.
Well, real quick, guys, before we wrap up here, I've got to get off here. My phone is dying. But
You're good, my man.
Before we wrap it up here, I wanted to say, don't forget, fantasy football draft has been moved. It is this Saturday at 7 o'clock. It will be during the Michigan game, unfortunately, for Hawk. But we will have fantasy football this Saturday starting. We will do the draft. I'm not sure.
Michigan's just against New Mexico. Do I really need to watch that game, or
you can keep an eye on it while we're drafting? I'm not
New Mexico might come up and upset them.
Yeah, fuck you for that, because I know what you're getting at for that. I see you. I know where you live. I will come by your house and beat your ass.
Don't get it started again. But anyway, we
I'll walk out again.
We don't know if we're going to go live for the special, but I do wanted to say the fantasy draft will get underway this weekend.
Whether we go live or not, there will be a special episode recording the whole goddamn thing, including all of the Bulls' friends that I have to try to censor out because I'm trying not to give out their real names.
But we got good guys who are friends of the show. Most of them are friends of you.
Well, I don't want. I've noticed that a lot of them are their real last name, and that might not be their handle. So let me adjust that. Okay.
And right quick before we leave, you want some good jerky? Check out Dollar Jerky Club on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
I do have to say, my man, I picked up this teriyaki jerky earlier today, man, and I'm not really getting a whole lot of teriyaki or a whole lot of flavor in general, and it's more stringy. So, what was that brand again?
Dollar Jerky Club. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Man, I hope they can get me some better jerky soon. How much is a box for your first time?
$54.99 for the medium size. It gets you about 8 to 10 different jerkies.
You know what?
Tell them Sports Madness TV sent you.
You know what? I got to hit him up here soon, man. Thanks for letting me know.
Well, guys, I hope everybody's enjoyed this Sports Madness college football special. We've rambled. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Special episode is dedicated to the legendary
Lee Corso.
I was waiting for Gator to say it.
Lee Corso.
But yes, this entire episode episode was dedicated to Gators main man, the guy that wanted us to do college football since the very beginning of this podcast. I just didn't know college football. So this whole episode
fuck
is
it.
dedicated to Mr. Gator and Lee Caruso. Thank you, Gator. Thank you, Lee Caruso.
I want to thank Bull and also you, Hawk. We're just diving into this. We've got another 11 weeks after Saturday that we can do this college thing, and then we can get into the bowl games and
Once a week.
Heisman talk. Don't forget, though, that next week we've got to do college picks, and we get the start of the first week of NFL football.
I know.
So we'll have
Oh
to
my
go
God.
to 2 episodes. So we'll have to do our 2 episodes a week. One being college, one being NFL.
College will be at the beginning of the week and should be posted maybe Friday morning if the producer allows it.
Let me just say that NBA season does start in late October.
We got a good month before a good full season.
That's going to be more you and me, Gator. You're going to be along for the ride, but I hope you do as much research as I've been doing on the big time when it comes to the NBA.
Well, we need you to do more research besides just the Big Ten. We need you to get into all of college.
Dude, you know what? I've been trying. All right. You guys gave me applause for doing what I did today. Let me just try to do a little bit more. I've been busy. Shit's going on in my life. I've been trying.
All right. Well,
when I get,
I've got to get off here, guys. I appreciate you having me on. Let's close this thing out with a bull salute. Again, I thank y'all for watching this far. If you've made it, we look forward to the next episode as we get at it again, and we'll be back on here talking about our college takes and our NFL season that's getting ready to take way next week. I'll see you guys on the next one. Welcome.
So long, everybody.
Go
Good
Pack.
night, Gator. Good night, Bull. Good afternoon.
Good night, Hawk.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Goodbye, everybody.